You're watching Money on Main Street. Now we're up to our CEO Sit-Down segment. This segment gives you a chance to hear from a prominent local CEO. Today we have a CFP, Certified Financial Planner Henry Montag. Henry has lectured for national organizations such as the American Association of Individual Investors, as well as community organizations. He's been quoted in the Wall Street Journal and LIBN, and his company, Financial Forums, is based out of Garden City, Long Island. We're glad to have you on our program today, Henry.
And nice to be here. Thanks for having me, Giovanna.
Okay, so what everybody's been talking about these days is the sequestration. Basically, these across-the-board federal spending cuts that took effect March 1st. But what do people need to know about this?
That unfortunately, this sequestration will hit on everyone, whether you're a federal government employee, whether you're a student, whether you're a small business owner in Long Island. They've just basically touched on everyone, and everyone in some means or manner is going to be affected by it.
Let's start with the small business owner.
All right. Unfortunately, for small business owners, so much of their business comes in some manner from the federal government. And if the government cuts down on its manufacturing or on its programs, then that trickle-down effect has to have an effect on each individual small business owner.
How will they feel it?
Well, they'll feel it in the event that they're relying on a manufacturer that's doing business with the federal government. If that manufacturer winds up getting their orders curtailed or cut back, then that'll affect other subsequent orders that some small business owners might be ready to do. Nothing like having your machinery ready, your employees in place, everything ordered, and then all of a sudden you wind up realizing that the order for 10,000 of whatever the Gidget or Gazmos that your company is making is no longer required.
Now, let's talk about the average employee. What will he or she notice?
Initially, their lines when they travel may be much longer because the aviation industry will be affected. When they go to the store, they may have to wait longer. They may have to wind up paying more at the produce department. From what I understand, there's certain food inspectors that are going to be curtailed. It's everyone right across the board. If you're a student, there are certain loans that may no longer be available, although the Pell Grant for this year is safe, but there are various other student programs, work-study programs. I'm a big advocate of being able to put people to work as well as going to school. Those programs are going to be affected as well.
Now, something that a lot of people care about, tax refunds. We understand that those are going to be delayed. Do you have any idea by how much?
I don't think they will be delayed.
Why not?
Because the federal government made it a point to not affect the IRS until after tax season. So my understanding is that if you're on Medicare, if you're on Medicaid, your Social Security, as well as your tax refunds, should not be impacted.
Now, what about loan guarantees? I understand that they could be reduced by up to $900 million.
Small business owners have been struggling for the last 3-4 years with some sort of loan guarantee programs. Unfortunately, I'm not coming with any good news. It's probably going to get worse, not any better.
Now, what steps can we take at this point to reduce that impact?
If you're a small business owner, make sure that those people that you're relying on, pick up the phone, find out, see if they're going to be affected. If they are, if you're waiting for a part from a particular manufacturer to go ahead and to be able to do your job, and that manufacturer, for whatever reason, is going to be affected because somewhere up along the line on their food chain, they're going to be affected, it's going to have a trickle-down effect and affect you.
Okay, thank you very much.